2013.
2013, I think.
Been working on it ever since. She's designed by Ed Monk Sr. and built in Taiwan in 1973. Glass hull, wood house and deck with glass on top of the deck and top of the house. We have done a lot of work to it. There was windows were gone and a fair amount of rot around them. We replaced all the windows. Had deck leaks that had to be fixed. Ended up replacing the stern deck altogether. Had a fair number of places. She's all tight and strong now. We put the windlass on and reinforced the bow deck. Did her tick anchor loads and replaced the road. Moving aft, we do a whole lot in the galley and house. It's pretty good shape in there. Did a lot of painting. And then a lot of the mechanical we reworked. The wiring was in pretty good shape, but we put a autopilot and bow thruster in, and a lot of old stuff like new fans. But engine room and steering were big deals. Put hydraulic steering in.
I'm going to open the engine.
And then completely overhauled the engine room and repowered. Had a Ford Lehman 120 6-cylinder in it, and we replaced that with a 4BT Cummins 4-cylinder turbo. Completely reworked all of the plumbing and new batteries. Reworked a lot of the electrical. Also put 500 pounds of lead shot in the keel under the engine. It's a hollow keel, and it really helped the boat rolling. Cut the roll down quite a bit.
Haven't really done any.
New water heater.
Oh, new water heater, right.
Yeah. And then I replaced all the fresh water with PEX. And
We put in a wiring for a freezer back in the stern cabin.
oh yeah,
And
supplemental freezing capacity and
added a Princess stove, redid the reefer.
yeah, we replaced refrigeration, and this had a electric stove. We put in a ABC quality propane system and a propane cooktop. The Dickinson oil stove came with the boat.
Last winter we redid the head. What all happened to the head, Paul?
Well, we replaced all the plumbing, reworked the holding tank, replaced all the fittings on that, and took out a number of through hulls. There was a straight over the side through hull, which took that out and glassed it over, and everything goes through the holding tank now.
I'll go down here and show it close up here. See if you can see in here. Oh, maybe all the new fittings.
That's really about all we did. We also put a macerator pump in and the ability to pump out the tank if we're in international waters.
There were nice little bronze portholes still that we really like. Mm-hmm. And then nothing much in here. I've got a new sink to go in. It's a Rivati that's deep, that's got a strainer and stuff that we haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, we should show the macerator pump setup.
Where's that? Oh, yeah. We still are going to do some work on the flooring. I've been kind of working on it a little bit, but
So one of the things we put in when we redid the head was the ability to, when we're in Alaska and international waters, or well, not international waters, but outside state waters anyway, it's legal to pump over the side, and we're set up to do that. It's not something you do very often, but there's so few pump out stations there, you don't really have much choice unless you have a huge tank, which we don't. And we're planning on taking her to Alaska here before too long. So
yeah.
that was, we put a new through hole, a transducer on the sounder as well.
And this is the second time we've redone the galley cushions, just because these wear nicer than the wool ones that I did initially. And then this is the Bieber. Let's see if I can get back here. We pulled off the headliners and replaced them with this.
Did you recover the cushion?
And then I redid the cushions and a umbrella. And pretty cozy. Put new little lights here that really aren't that practical, but
We put a port light in the
we put a port light in the hatch too. Yeah, you can see it there, which really makes it nice and brighter in here. And there's a cover for it. So
you gotta show the lazarette where all the plumbing for
oh yeah, open
the
that up.
steering and so on is.
So all this was done in stages. We did, first year was tearing apart, tearing out the windows and redoing all the woodwork and painting, and then this was done a couple years ago. This was you explain it, Paul.
Yeah, so this is the hydraulic steering and autopilot and so on. That was quite a project. It made a huge difference. We did also enlarge the rudder and put a wedge on it. It reduced the turning radius by half. This boat did not handle well, in our humble opinion, but it really is a pleasure to dock now. That was the bow thruster, really.
And that's the autopilot computer. That's all Simrad, right, Paul?
Yeah, it's all Simrad.
Simrad.
Hydraulic paraphernalia and the rudder stock there and
rudder
feedback
control, yeah.
and the PEX plumbing.
So this was a big game changer for us. This setup in here really made things nice.
Yeah, but it had cable steering, and you couldn't get to some of the shivs. And, had experience with cables breaking because you couldn't maintain them.
We have twin bunks back here, and we've been working on coming up with a plan to make this into like a full bed somehow, but it's also a great place for Paul to store his tools. So we haven't organized this portion, and that's in the plan, right?
Yep. The problem with the bunks is they're a little narrow, and this is not that comfortable, so we're trying to figure out a better system. Some people have made the bunk out to here and put storage in here, and that's kind of the premise we're working on.
Yeah.
But you don't end up with a full width double bunk or anything.
So really nice hatches with the original bronze fittings that we really like, and we replaced all the light fixtures or
all the lights are now LEDs.
LEDs.
Both running lights and interior lights.
Yeah. So we love our little Roughwater. So I'm just gonna walk around the deck and that'll be it. This is we can put our grill up here. The deck box was rebuilt when we did our first shipwrights trip.
This was a
Big production.
Big improvement. The deck box was here, but it didn't drain well.
It's beautiful.
And they really did a nice job on overhauling that.
We redid the bright work last year, and we just have kept it covered to protect it because we haven't been out much this year. So it's really pretty though, and it looks good.
Sure why that. Oh, we must.
We added a new skiff, and so that's our rough water. And we live on the canal on the west side of Whidbey Island, and we have a dock, and we replaced pilings, so we should be good to go for a long time here.